This is the exact moment when she, if there's ladies watching, he will regret everything. There is a point that you need to get to. There's an energy, there's a feeling that will happen. And you can't get there if you keep acting like a Jeffrey and you keep focusing on all the things that don't matter and putting her up on a pedestal. You know, if you keep doing all these things, you're never going to get results. Results come from going through the trenches, the hard shit. And so many guys that are going to be watching my videos and other coaches' videos are trying to do the quick fix, if I do this one little tactic, she will start calling me tomorrow, that bullshit. Okay, so this is what you need to do. Okay, it's all about your identity moving forward. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to change everything about who you are. There are obviously things about you that she was attracted to at one point. But from her perspective right now, she thinks you're a loser. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. She doesn't hate you, but she'll say shit like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. While she's getting blown up by some guy and she's entertaining it. And I know that makes you guys feel like shit, but you know what? I changed when I faced all that hardship and came through the other side and really looked at myself without, you know, wanting the easy road. See, a lot of you guys that are watching the coaches, the breakup coaches, including myself, all want the quick fix. You guys all want, if I can do this one particular activity, a dark triad texting secret, it's Jeffrey behavior. I like Hamza's Jeffrey and Adonis thing. I watch Hamza, yes. I like that. That's Jeffrey behavior. Okay, I like that message, so I'm sticking with it. This is the Better Man Project. If you're ready to go to the next level, if you're ready to start putting the work in and becoming the best you, the best version of you, creating your new identity, if you're ready to do that, this is a place for you. Better Man Project is where you can learn about attraction skills, relationships, sustainability. So the hardest thing for guys to do is to sustain a relationship over time. There's usually reasons why breakups happen. And there's usually reasons why guys are broke because they have a bad mindset about money, etc., etc. What we focus on is all the necessary things to improve and get to that next level. If you're a 5 out of 10, if that's what you would rate yourself out of 10 in terms of where you are with your potential as a man in life, this is where you can get up to a 10. This is where we can focus on what's going on with you. And I've said this in many different videos, but 100 units of time is a huge thing on its own, becoming extremely aware of what you're doing, right? And most of you guys that are watching this particular video are going through a breakup anyway. You might as well learn some skills. You might as well improve yourself and get to that next level. Create that new identity. Because look, at the end of the day, guys, there are things that work with women in relationships. See, I remember when I was acting like a Jeffrey, when I used to send a message, I'd send a message and nothing would come, and that feeling in my chest would hit, like, why aren't they reaching out to me? Why aren't they reaching out to me? What's going on? Is it me? And then a few hours will go by. She'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was at work. I was busy. I was talking to Sally, my girl, and we ended up talking for hours and blah, blah, blah. Right? There was a point in time, guys, where that was me. And I used to be that guy, and I used to suck. So this is doable. You can totally change the shit that's wrong, okay? It's just about understanding what those actions are. So when it comes to your identity as a person, I'm not telling you that you need to change everything about you. But what I'm telling you is there are things that she doesn't like, and she got turned off. And as soon as attraction falls, love falls with it. Love cannot be there if she's not attracted to you. She wants to look up to you. She wants to look at you like you're the badass guy that is buried inside of you. She wants that. She wants to be with that guy. But there are things about you that turned her off or made her think that you're not that guy anymore. So what's she do? She throws tests at you. And what most guys do who put women up on a pedestal, who care more about the relationship 24/7 than his mission, they fail the test. Jeffrey behavior. Failing the test, right? So the identity, the part that you need to change, right? Because again, remember, a relationship is seen from two perspectives. The perspective of you and her. Because a lot of guys will say shit like, oh, no, the relationship was perfect. We never fought. But here we are. Here you are dumped right now. And I'm telling you this, I've been in a almost decade-long relationship, and I've helped so many students keep their relationships going. Okay, I'm doing this right now with one of my students. I actually need to reach back out to him because he sent me a bunch of messages yesterday and I didn't get back to him. I forgot. Having a child, by the way, is time consuming. I know all of you are like, duh. I know, but I'm going through it, and it's now being very. It's now, right in my focus. So a lot of guys think that they know what the hell they're talking about, and they don't. So when I'm helping my students, I get them to focus on the things that they need to do in order to keep their relationship together. Okay? This is what we do in Better Man Project. So the part of you that she saw, the part of you that she, and by the way, if you're a dopamine addict, Jeffrey, this is going to turn you off because I'm not having a million cut edits. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm literally going to help you. And if you listen to this will get you to that next level. There's a part of you, and you need to read this book right here. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics. Okay. You need to read this book. I'm rereading it again, and I'm going to make a little channel inside Better Man Project about this identity stuff, because this is a really, really good book, and it goes into that. Because when you understand your self-identity and you become aware of it and you change it based off of who you want to become, the interests you have, that's when, and most people are such zombies. They have no idea what they're doing in life. They have no direction, no purpose. And they make their women their purpose. And I know that so many of you guys watching this video, so many of you guys make women your purpose. You're like, I want a woman. I want a woman. Why the fuck should a woman date you? What is the reason? When there's other guys out there that have all kinds of money and all kinds of charisma. I was going to say character. All kinds of charisma. How are you competing, right? And if you're on dating apps, right? In my opinion, dating apps are trash. You should be meeting women in person like it always used to be. Do you understand how much you're going to stand out? Because everyone's trying to play dating on easy mode. I'm going to hop on this dating app and I'm going to swipe, because that's easy mode. What's hard? Go out there and actually talk to a woman cold. That's hard. I've done that shit. It's hard. It's really hard at first. Even you guys thinking about it right now brings up a little bit of anxiety because you're like, I could never do that. And that's why you have to read this, because at the end of the day, the identity that you give yourself and the beliefs that you give yourself and the things that you believe literally make your reality. I know a lot of you guys have been watching my content and you know how much I watch Aaron Doughty and again, Hamza and all these guys. I'm telling you, if you understand what you think about yourself, again, it sounds so meta. It sounds so weird, right? But when I did this, there's a reason why I'm in front of you and you guys are watching, right? So again, my other channel, when I drop it, I'll let you guys know. I'll mention it every time I make a video here. But it's going to go deep into self-improvement, because this channel is mostly around relationships. Over there, I'm going to talk about self-improvement and money and building a business, being productive. Being productive is one of my favorite things because people are so fucking unaware. The 100 units of time. One of the best exercises I've ever done. Basically, it's extreme awareness of where your time is going every day. So every day, 9 to 10, where are you and what are you doing? 10 to 11, what are you doing? 11 to 12, what do you do? I know most of you guys are going to be at work during the day. So when you get home, 5 to 6, what are you doing? 6 to 7, you know what I mean? So on and so on. And this comes down to your identity as a person. When you get home, are you lazy as fuck? Did she see you being lazy as fuck? Did she see you being insecure? Did she see this behavior from you? Because if she saw this, she's taking score. Not consciously, but every time she sees you being a Jeffrey, I can't believe I'm saying that. If she sees you being a Jeffrey, she's going to be like, I'm going to go out with an Adonis. Right? I want to burst out laughing. I really do. But she's going to see that. And when a lot of people don't even realize what they're doing. They don't realize how they're saying and showing up. They don't even know. So identity is what you guys need to understand and be aware of, and then change the parts of you, let go of the parts of you. Letting go. Guys, look at this chart. A lot of you guys are carrying around so much shame, right? I should probably change that back to black. So much shame. What do you guys do when you go home, you fap, feel shame, guilty because you're fapping instead of going to talk to a girl in person, right? Fearful to go talk to a girl. You desire women. You're angry at yourself. Look how many of these emotions you feel. Look at this. You know how many guys I talk to that are in these? Look, I lose the thought. I don't even want to say them out loud because I don't want to bring that energy to me. But you guys can read that. Okay. So identity. So from her perspective, this relationship sucks. From her perspective, she's thinking, why am I with this guy? Her friends are saying this. Her family is saying this. Why am I with this guy? So and let me get to the meat of the video. So this is why you clicked on this. She's going to come back around and this is the first action you need to take. And it's obviously not reaching out, because she already thinks that you will. And she also thinks and no contact, I guess. Okay. She also thinks that she can get you back at any time. So there's a certain way you guys need to play this. And again, I'm creating another really, really long video that is going to be called What to Do When She Comes Back. And it's going to go really into detail about that particular thing. So, but she already thinks that she has you. So when you don't see no contact and not reaching out, not placating to her bullshit, is actually inaction. Inaction, like not doing something, is still an action of some kind. I know it sounds kind of confusing, but when you choose not to do something, that means that you are not participating, right? Which is actually still an action. Maybe that's obvious to you, right? But for me, for a long time, it wasn't, right? When I was still a Jeffrey, I was like, yo, I need to make sure that I'm doing something to make sure that she knows I'm changing. Fake letting go, basically. I'm doing this action so she will call me tomorrow. It's all bullshit. Okay? So not reaching out is the first step. And when she realizes, when she realizes that you're doing this, when she realizes she doesn't have control over you anymore, she's going to go, man, this guy hasn't reached out to me in I was going to say 30 days, but I don't want you guys getting all caught up in the 30-day, 60-day no contact bullshit. This guy hasn't reached out to me in a while. And what they will do is they'll send a message out to you to see if you will respond. So again, the first step is not reaching out. The second step is handling her advancements. I don't want to say advancement either. It's more like a poke. Okay. Remember when Facebook had poking? Okay. It's like a poke. She's going to go, are you going to respond? And the way that you respond, and this is, again, I'm going to go deep into this in my other video, so some of this might overlap. But the way that you respond is going to be the determining factor. Is if she's like, man, okay, this guy's changing. This guy is not the same guy I left. Because if you respond and you're like, hey, what's up? Like if you're very nonchalant about it, and this is the funny thing about life. Life is extremely simple. When you take extremely simple actions every single day and you start focusing on being the best version of you, and you start making yourself a priority. Like, I know everybody fucking says this, but when you really go deep, like what we do in Better Man Project, for example, and you analyze all of the stuff that you're doing every day because you're doing 100 use of time exercises, you're gonna be like, okay, no wonder she feels this way. No wonder she doesn't want to be with me. No wonder she does this. So again, just to recap, not reaching out is action number one. When you respond to her, when you get the window of opportunity, like I've talked about in the past, when how you respond is another indicator. Okay, so it's the second thing. So if you respond and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait, and this is what a Jeffrey will do. A Jeffrey will be like, oh my God, I can't wait to pick up where we left off. Oh, I miss you so much. Oh, I've been missing you. Oh, you're the best. She's gonna go, man, this dude's the same. Women want to be with a guy who will stand up for himself and have a spine. So many guys would literally give up their life savings to get a girl back. And the funny thing is about life is if you literally focus on just being like, you can't obviously, turn all of this on overnight. But if you focused on being this kind of guy, like a courageous person, first of all, courage to go talk to women in person, courage to work on yourself every day for 6 months straight of self-development daily will get you insane results. Okay. If you worked on this, you would get crazy results faster than you ever thought. And this is one of the staples to Better Man Project. But if you read Letting Go and Sedona Method, which is what this is from, on your own, you don't need my program. You could totally do this, but why not be in a community? Why not work on this stuff yourself, like with a group? But again, you don't have to. It's totally up to you. So eventually, she's going to start seeing that you're not the same guy you were. And this is what happened with me. So I literally went through this. I did this ages ago now, but I did this. And when I switched this to understanding, okay, I have to stop caring about her coming back to me and fulfilling that part of me. That's over. That's done. I let that go. I killed that part of me. Because everything going forward is a new version of me. It's a new identity. It's a new direction. It's a new path, right? Another turning point, the fork stuck in the road. Green Day, right? Time grabs you by the wrist and directs you where to go. That's literally this. Go listen to that song. Listen to the lyrics. This is what happens when you go through breakups. But you can really focus instead of just being mindlessly wandering around like a zombie laying on your bed, just scrolling, looking at her social media all day, Jeffrey style, right? Literally focus on her. Sorry, focus on getting, I'm not going to say, I don't want to be like, oh my God, just move on, right? But the idea is you shouldn't need anybody in your life to be working on yourself, to be getting to that next money goal, to start your business, to start your side hustle. So many of you guys have reached out to me saying, yo, how can I start my side hustle? How can I do this? And how can I focus on making enough money so that I don't have to work my 9 to 5, or maybe you guys, not even maybe, there are literally people in my Instagram DMs, especially from like a while ago before Instagram changed their DM shit. I had to actually go in there and look at the requests, like requested things where it used to pop up before. Anyway, guys would say to me, hey, like, I don't really care about making money or whatever, which is fine. But they'll be like, I really don't understand how to, like, they've been stuck on dating apps for so long. They're like, how do I go approach a woman in person? Like, what's the first step? What do I need to do? Right. And obviously it's about presentation. You should be looking good. You should be, focusing on what makes you really pop when you're walking down the street and somebody looks at you. They're like, oh shit. Yeah. Like they're not going to say it. Women never fucking just go, oh my God. Right. Unless they're drunk as fuck or some shit. But literally you should look presentable. I've done coaching calls with guys who have the scraggliest beard ever. I'm like, bro, what do you do? Like, what are you doing? And again, this comes down to complacency in relationships, because some relationships, guys will stop taking care of their, their hair and their beard, and they won't get new clothes, shit like that. So, and they'll start smelling like shit, right? I'm looking over here because I got cologne and shit like that over there. And this is, again, stuff that we share. Cologne that I buy, books that I read, everything like that in Better Man Project. So when she sees this identity change, because, and I know you guys are wondering, how is she going to see this? She's not going to be, again, surveilling you. She's not going to see everything you're doing. But because you didn't reach out, because you responded the right way when she did reach out to you, that's spark enough. Okay. And now when you start, if you did use social media before, you can use Instagram to show yourself going to the gym and improving yourself, but you don't want to overdo it. And you also don't want to be showing your pictures with women right away. Okay. Like a lot of guys will jump on social media like, oh, look at this, got my arm around 2 chicks. Like, fucking Jeffrey, stupid shit. Literally, you just need to focus on your gym stuff, your books. What books are you reading? Put that on your Instagram if you use it. But don't be dumb about it. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to put everything on my social media. Don't do that. Don't do that. She'll think it's about her, and it's thirsty behavior anyway. Because again, you're trying to do things to get her attention. That's feminine behavior. I need to, like, why do you think women wear makeup? They do something to get attention, right? So men don't need to do that. You need to focus on you, because when you focus on you and your own energy and what you're projecting to the world, you're going to get people attracted to you. And then, yes, it is up to us to talk to girls, but you're going to be at least in that energy to get success that way. So this is when she is going to regret everything, because once she realizes that you're not an easy bitch anymore, once she realizes that you're the guy that, man, I fucked this up, right? Like, you realize, so you have to go through this yourself, where you realize, I fucked this up. I'm going to fix this by being a better version of me, by being an Adonis. But for real, just being hardcore focused on getting from a 5 to a 6, 6 to a 7, 7 to an 8. What do those things look like? And that's why these videos, like, without being your mentor, I don't know what you particularly, the individual, need to work on. Some of you guys need to work on attraction skills. Some of you guys are so broke that you can't even afford dates. Some of you guys are, I don't know. So that's why I generally say, focus on yourself, right? Focus on your grind. But that's how and when she's going to see and see this and regret her decision. That's the exact moment, because she's going to go, man, this guy is, I don't control him anymore. Women know when they control you. When a woman can get you emotional, she can control you. That's a difficult one, fellas. That was a difficult one for me to, first of all, realize, and second of all, fix. So that's when she'll realize it. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So you guys can accelerate your growth and your success if you want to join the program. If you do not, it's up to you. Read the books, read the material, pick this book up. Okay. And here's what I do, guys. I do everything from my phone. So literally, I have my phone, okay, and I'll have Kindle on my phone, okay, so like I'll read the book on my phone with the audio version playing. So I also have Kindle on my PC here. If you guys really want to like knock out content, like, because when you read along and you listen at the same time, you're getting two different like places in your brain where you're learning shit. So then you can actually absorb the information faster, and you can absorb it longer. And each, like, and I put it at like I'll put it at like 2.1 times the speed, depending on the audio person's voice. Sometimes they speak fast, so I'll slow it down. But you can like knock out a chapter And then think to yourself, what did I just read? What did I just learn? What piece of new information did I just take in? Because when you listen to that and then apply it, you're gonna be like, okay, now I've taken that and I've added it to my identity. Okay, that's the idea behind that. And you can do this with the book after book. So I'm literally basically doing like a Discord channel on identity and this book itself. I'm working on that right now, but that's going to be where you make significant changes to your identity. And when you do that, she's going to realize that she regrets it. Okay. No Jeffries, no bullshit Jeffrey behavior around here anymore.